So irrespective of whether there is a recession, there's an official recession or not, just with the layoffs, how is ITU stepping forward to avert some of the crisis or help all those people that are being laid off?
As you may know, my father, when he created ITU, one of the things he was very concerned about was, he was at Santa Clara University, which is the oldest institution of higher learning in California, for 30 years. And, he did very well there, and he educated a lot of top PhDs that went on to found pillar Silicon Valley engineering institutions. But one thing that my father was very concerned about was he felt that international students were really treated as second-hand citizens. And when he created ITU, he was really determined to really service those
Right.
students as he felt like they should be. So ITU has had a very long and deep relationship, particularly not only with Chinese students, of course, but also with the Indian community, and particularly from Hyderabad. We
Right.
have so many students who have come from Hyderabad, and they have turned out to be some of our best students. Certainly, they've excelled at ITU, and once they graduate from ITU into Silicon Valley technology companies, and we're very proud of them. And when there are layoffs, it's a very devastating thing, not only for people being laid off, but also for their families. There's a Stanford professor that came out with a study that said that when people are laid off, the chances of suicide go up by 2.5 times. So it's a very devastating thing. And, a lot of our Indian students, we know that they have families, they may have a mortgage, they may have a lease on a car. Their students, their kids may be going to school, in the Silicon Valley. So for them, it's not really Silicon Valley is now home, and America is now home, and it's not really an option for them to be deported.
Right.
So, ITU felt that it was very important for us to step up and show support for our Indian students
Right.
and alumnus. So, we were offering immediately, we decided we would offer a 25% discount to all
That's nice.
H-1B holders.
Right.
Yes, and we've also a partnership with an immigration attorney so that they could have, consultation for free, first time around, to make sure that all of their major questions were answered by a legal professional. So we want them to feel happy, we want them to feel calm, and we want them to know that ITU is a safety platform for them, so that they can go and excel again off to their next job and the next field that they get into.
Well, that's such a smart idea, and it's so reassuring to have an immigration attorney as well, because most people would be concerned about the legality and whether this would be okay with immigration, so that they don't have any kind of an issue in the future. But I hear there's a new quarter coming up in January, new admissions coming up in January. So good news for all of us. Yao, thank you so much for having joined us today. I had a very good conversation with Suman here, and with you coming in and giving us more information. I think a lot more people are reassured about what's going to come up in the next.
And I would like to mention one other thing, just to let you know. The other thing we instituted just very recently is we've added a a uh, a start date on the first of every month. So now it's not just January, but February, March, April, May. Every month we will have a new start date for a new class to start. And the first class that we will always start with is the state of the art of technology in the Silicon Valley today. So that's the first class that we will offer on the first of every month, and that kicks off a new term, if you will, for all of our students. So they're not limited to just the 2 or 3 start dates that's typical in a traditional university. So thank you again for all your time and
Right.
all this coverage. It's a privilege for us to be speaking with you and on iDream, and and we hope that we have many more such conversations.
Well, we look forward to all those conversations about your courses, and we look forward to more and more students availing this opportunity. Thank you so much, Yao.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate being here.
Right, Yao, we are all set. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so smooth. You make it so comfortable. I feel like I'm in my own living room.
Well, let me know if you offer any courses in the media.
Well, I actually we have digital arts. In fact,
Really?
it's interesting. I don't know how much time you have, but we started digital arts, and uh, what has been the most interesting is in the last few years since we've been accredited, we've had to do something called institutional research. So we have a department that just gathers up statistics on how our students are doing, if they're being placed in industry, how much they're making, all this kind of stuff. And in the past year, I think it was 2019 to 2020 academic year, over 70% of our students over three trimester period got internships. Per department, 88 to 100% of those were paid. Now, how much were they being paid? So the annualized compensation for those internships were higher than the U.S. national average for the same position, sometimes 2x. And the highest intern per degree field that we have exceeded 150,000 US without exception.
Wow.
And the very highest, the very highest was digital arts. And that intern made 220, followed by 207, followed by 204, followed by 184. And all four of those were digital arts students. So it's very interesting. The ITU model, we chase after those areas that are hot and get very high paying jobs. But the most
Perfect.
interesting thing is, we've never had a digital arts department chair who had a PhD. It's the only department that we've never had a PhD. And in fact, all of the departments only have PhD as chairs, but we've had, I think, 4 digital arts chairs so far, and none of them have had PhDs, but yet our students are definitely doing the best there. So that's one area. If you would like to continue.
It's a bit late for my daughter, but she's doing her interactive entertainment master's from UCF, and she has opted to be a technical artist, basically digital art.
Okay, now UCF is, what is UCF?
University of Central Florida.
Oh, Central Florida. Okay, I see.
She's there. Yeah, she's there right now, and my boy is doing his master's in scoring, professional film scoring from Columbia College, Chicago.
Wow, amazing. So you have 2 artists on hand. That's amazing.
So
So is he what instrument does he play? He must.
well, he plays the piano. He plays the piano from. He did his early education in music from London, from ABRSM London, where he learned his. He finished his eight grades of piano lessons, and then he did his undergrad in Arizona State University in analytics. And he just got himself a job because he wanted to start working, and then he now works with one of the top companies, and he also goes to college in Chicago.
Wow, that's amazing. And what amazing parents that you would allow it. Yeah, I know Indians are a lot like Chinese. What do you mean your kid is going to be an artist? Become an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer.
I know. I wish, but I want them to be happy. So I think, and they have figured it out because I think both of them are quite, their feet are on the ground. So, but I look forward, I hope that someday they'll come to ITU and maybe enhance their skills and even do a short course.
You're very welcome. And please let me know so I can take care of them. Maybe see if we can't help get them some scholarship funding.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Yao. That'll be wonderful, Yao. So we'll stay in touch, and maybe when I visit the United States next, I was in California till 2 weeks ago in Fremont.
We should
Yeah.
invite
So
Swapna
we'll catch up hopefully over a cup. Maybe when Suman is also there, we'll catch up for some coffee or something.
That'll be brilliant. I can't
Yeah.
wait to meet you in person.
Yeah. Likewise. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your vacation.
Well, thank you very much.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
Yeah.
And
flight.
thank you for all the time you spent. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.